Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Nerdy News. I'm to pick up your free games. If you have Xbox Live Gold, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're over there getting your free Portal Knights, Override Mech City Brawl, and Red Faction from the old Xbox. They did have available MX Unleashed. Unfortunately, that one is now done, ending on August 15th. Just a reminder, you only have a couple of days left to pick these up. On the PlayStation side, remember to pick up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered and Fallout Guys Ultimate Knockout if you haven't already. Fallout Guys Ultimate Knockout is currently one of the hit games that everyone's streaming, so if you want your chance to play it for free, it is available over on PlayStation. In other news from Microsoft, Phil Spencer today filed a statement in support of Epic's request to keep access to Apple SDK for its Unreal Engine, ensuring that Epic has access to the latest Apple technology is the right thing for game developers and gamers. So this was actually put up yesterday by Phil Spencer, in case you missed it, and it's just one more thing going into this story. Because after Apple said that Epic had asked for special treatment, it came out where Epic responded and showed their court filing information that's public, stating that they wanted to be able to have a competing store, have the price reduced to 15%, but they also said they wanted this to become available for all developers on Apple. They were saying that Apple needs to have a competing store over there, so Apple's kind of been misleading on their statement, and in this tit-for-tat situation with everything that's going on. Not sure where everybody falls on this, but I'll tell you what, it does seem like Epic has a very fair point on this overall, talking about how they just want an open market. They want it to be like on PC, where you can have competition come in. Just like they did against Steam, they want to be able to come in with Epic and have a store and compete against them for apps. They want Microsoft to be able to come out and put things on there with xCloud and be able to stream games through their Game Pass setup, as well as have Stadia, have that become open for them with Google. And just any other developer that wants to go out and have competition. Make it so that, yes, you can still buy your things on the Apple Store, but Apple has to give incentive for you to buy it through them rather than going through the store for the people who actually produce the game or for something else. I mean, it makes sense. Competition is what drives things, and right now Apple has very much been anti-competition with a lot of these things. Over on PlayStation, back to Fall Guys, they've got we've got a patch that's almost ready to go. We'll hopefully drop it in the next week, and I'm excited about this one. It's got a lot of things you've been asking us for. They cover everything from the team events, where they're only going to do team events if things are balanced, so you're no longer going to have Team Yellow have a distinct advantage in team sports where all of a sudden you're outnumbered 2-1 or something crazy like that when going into those games. Lots of other bug fixes, removing the ability to grab onto certain things within certain matches, which gave either an unfair advantage or could cause you to get stuck in a manner that you wouldn't be able to compete in the game at all. So if you're interested in reading all the patch notes, just head over there to the Fall Guys Twitter and you can read through that yourself. And then we also have an announcement for Fall Guys from Geoff Keighley. Sorry, I'm probably mispronounced your name. But coming up on August 28th or 27th at 8 p.m. CEST, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. Pacific, they will be doing a preview or showing off the new Season 2. So world premiere sneak peek at Mediatonic during Gamescom. So that's exciting news. So if you've been excited for Gamescom, excited about Fallout Guys, this is your chance to see what's coming up next. It's possible that this is just a new round of cosmetics, but Hey, new stuff is new stuff, and if you enjoy a game, it's always fun to be able to just make yourself look differently, especially in a game where they're not shoving microtransactions down your throat, where it's actually possible to earn those through game. I think this has been great. And other PlayStation news, PlayStation 5 DualSense controller has a new patent that reveals sensors for detecting user profiles. Now, this is just a rumor coming over on Wccftech this morning, but this is pretty exciting that, you pick up your controller and it's able to tell maybe through sensors your hand size, your hand pattern, kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's like a fingerprint sensor or something on there, but it can tell who you are simply by holding the controller. Now, this isn't confirmed. This is just believed to be information coming through on patent published information that they put through on August 20th. It's got information in here. So if you're techie enough to want to read through that and find out more information, but it just kind of gives that impression that you'll be able to go through and the controller is just going to know who you are by touch, just kind of like how it can log you in with the camera on the Xbox or PlayStation 4 currently. PS5 may be able to do it simply by holding the controller. Oh, and one more piece of Fall Guys news. I'm sorry I missed this one. Over a company, Billably, sorry, once again, not sure. But this company has secured the rights to publish the mobile version of Fall Guys in China. Now, this means it'll hopefully be coming to US on mobile as well. My son recently bought Fall Guys this weekend on PC, so it's just one of those things where this game is going crazy and getting out there and everywhere. So if this is something you want to play, check this out. Hopefully we'll see this come to mobile, kind of like we saw Fortnite jump over onto mobile, and just be able to have that fun experience everywhere. And Cyberpunk news. Over on Twitter, they were asked, will the game have free DLC like your big brother, The Witcher game? And Cyberpunk replied with the Kool-Aid Man going, oh yeah. This doesn't mean that there won't be paid DLC. We are still going to see paid DLC come through for this, but they will have little patches, little extra content get added that you'll just be able to go in and enjoy. So these will probably be small things. It could be side quests. It could be little hour or two missions or something added in. I would still expect the big content to come in and have an additional charge anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks. But when they do DLC, they do big DLC. They're not just giving you a couple extra hours. They're giving you hours upon hours of additional gameplay. This probably also refers to the multiplayer. The multiplayer would be expected to be free DLC. Now, if it's possible that this is the only free DLC that will come with this, but it still rings this statement true that there will be free DLC. So we'll see as what that is, and as we get the announcements. Right now, they're still working on cleaning up and finalizing the game for launch. And we know that things like the multiplayer won't even be worked on until they are finished making sure that the single player experience is complete and ready for everyone. And back on Wccftech this morning, we have information in regards to Watch Dogs Legion offering permadeath, but it is optional and only for single player. So if you want to play through this game and basically have a hardcore mode, they're trying to get that, jump onto that whole Demon Souls fad, Battletoads, where people are out there wanting the super hard edition. You can now play through where your character dies, it's dead. The people on your team die, they're dead, and you have to recruit new people. So this is exciting. If you really enjoy that hardcore, difficult experience, you want to go through and have the people on your team be set up where at any given moment, someone you've been working on and putting time and effort into, you lose them, then this is the way to go about it. It adds a little bit of realism to that. It's You think about games like XCOM where they would have that. You go in and you build up the stats of your little people and have them go out on missions, and all of a sudden your best player dies, or your best character, and you have to rebuild someone in order to fill that role again. So this is fun. This is an interesting way of going about it. And yeah, if you are a Watch Dogs fan and you're excited about the whole recruit anyone, build a world type of thing, this will add an interesting extra layer to DC Fandom was this weekend. And I'm going to start off with this news over on Gamespot, where they talk about how Suicide Squad, not Gotham Knights, continues the Arkham games story. So if you've been a fan of the Arkham games and you love that storyline, you love that world, it's interesting to see that they are not going with the Batman side of the franchise to continue this. They are saying you come over here and you play as the Suicide Squad. So you get to run through Arkham Asylum or wherever they have this set up for all the maps and levels. And you'll be able to play as Harley, and they go in here and they talk about the different people that you'll be able to play as. A little bit different, maybe something less stealthy and more direct. We'll see how this plays out, because I have a feeling that this is going to be far more of Harley running in and bashing things than it is going to be the stealth-like game that we're used to from the Arkham games. So it may be a positive, it may be a negative, but the fact that they have two games coming out, that may offset that. You have the Batman family game, effectively, coming out, and that one will probably still scratch that itch and give you the ability to play through as Batman, to offset the fact that this one is probably not going to be the stealthy world that you were looking for. So I'm going to go ahead over to IGN, where they had the full coverage, and they have all the highlights for what happened at DC Fandom this weekend. And to start out, we had the reveal of Cheetah and Wonder Woman 1984 trailer. And Batman Gotham Knights game announced, which that's basically the Gotham family that's got Batwoman, Robin. You'll be able to play through as different members of the Batman family and go through that. And it is interesting because this one will be solo or two-player online. And then we have Suicide's full cast was revealed. And with that one, it is interesting because if you come down here, we have Nathan Fillion listed. So if you're a big Firefly fan like me, or you're interested in, other shows like The Rookie or some of his other things, you know who Nathan Fillion is. And he's been in other Marvel things where he's just kind of a background character. They had a poster of him, I believe it's either in Guardians or Deadpool, one of those movies. But this time he's actually getting a proper role. It's an offshoot of a small DC character where the character's arms actually detach and he's able to use them as weapons. So they've taken that and they've expanded it. They've given him a new name. He was originally like the removable appendage guy, and then they changed him to like Splicer, and now it's TDK. We'll see if his powers change a little. Static Shock and Milestone Comics revealed, and they talk about the Snyder Cut for the Justice League. Now, this is not coming out as a single piece. Apparently, the Snyder Cut is going to be released in 4 parts. So, if you're interested in seeing that, it will be available over on HBO Max in 2021. Black Adam's story details and teaser trailer was done. And, of course, Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League as a next-gen co-op game. This one we had just talked about a little bit ago. And you can see the Batman first trailer released. If you haven't watched that already, it's very interesting. It stars the guy from Twilight. And my son came down, like, I didn't like Twilight, like I didn't want to watch it. It seemed stupid, but he totally redeemed himself in The Lighthouse, which my wife and I have not watched, but he said he was great in that. So I watched the trailer, and I'll tell you what, it looks like we are getting kind of the murderous Batman, the dark one who's willing to go around and do whatever he feels is necessary with this. We'll find out when it actually comes out, but the trailer seems like they're not going for detective Batman so much as action killer Batman. So we'll see how well that goes over. I know a lot of fans are big on the detective side. They don't want Batman running around killing people, but doesn't mean it's not going to be a good movie. This may be an even bigger hit because people are wanting that action. They're wanting that push. They're so used to Avengers and having all of that this could be a big deal for them. And that's going to cover it for the morning nerdy news today. That's if you have any questions, concerns, or if you see any news that pops up that you think should be in here for the next day, remember to hit me up over on Twitter as The Gray Falcon, and I'll make sure to look into that information. Thanks for hanging out, and remember to click follow if you haven't already. I will be back on later today. Have a good one.